There were reports of fires in the city of Sendai in the northeast of Japan. Flames and black smoke were billowing from a building in Odaiba, a Tokyo suburb, and bullet train services to the north of the country were halted. Black smoke was also pouring out of an industrial area in Yokohama's Isogo area. The images you see are of that major fire that has broken out at an oil refinery in the Chiba prefecture.
As they can get.
Dramatic footage from the national broadcaster NHK showed dozens of cars, large ferries, some buildings as well being swept out to sea in the port city of Kamaishi in the province of Iwai. More waves can be seen approaching the coast as well. The Japanese Meteorological Agency issued a tsunami warning for the entire Pacific coast of Japan. Residents in the coastal areas have been urged to immediately evacuate to higher ground. A wall of water several kilometers wide could be seen moving its way across the countryside, engulfing everything in its path. The vast wall of water carried buildings and debris that was sweeping across a large section of coastal farmland. Towns and farms around Sendai city in northern Japan are being engulfed by that tsunami wave, the impact of that, the waves which have come in, and a 4-meter wave which swamped parts of Kamaishi on the Pacific coast has caused widespread devastation. Residents have been ordered to rush to high ground and stay away from the coast as the tsunami can ultimately, if there are more tsunami waves, strike later on as well. Tsunami waves typically come in several waves, not just one. The quake hit just a few hours back early this afternoon, also shaking buildings in Greater Tokyo, the world's largest urban area with 30 million people. Millions have been evacuated, strongly swaying buildings. Multiple injuries were reported when the roof of a hall collapsed during a graduation ceremony. There have been multiple injuries but no immediate deaths, which have been reported from the Pacific coastal area of Miyagi on the main island of Honshu. The shots that you see are of the quake inside the national broadcaster NHK's newsroom in Sendai.
Things have that area in Miyagi Prefecture, northeastern Japan. An intensity of 7 was recorded on the Japanese seismic scale of 0 to 7. The highest. Power Security Agency, the 5 nuclear power plants in northeastern Japan have been shut down. According to the Nuclear Power Security Agency, the 5 nuclear power
The Pacific Warning Center, the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center of the United States of Hawaii has said a tsunami warning was also in effect for Russia, Marcus Island and the North Marianas. It said a tsunami watch was issued for Guam, Taiwan, the Philippines, Indonesia and Hawaii as well.
Sendai, Japan.
Narita Airport and airstrips in the Miyagi Prefecture have been closed, the latter being completely flooded. Prime Minister Naoto Kan quickly assembled his cabinet after the quake hit, and the government quickly dispatched naval vessels from near Tokyo to the worst-hit northeastern area of Miyagi. Now, the government has set up a crisis management team at the Prime Minister's office.
Seeing live coverage of the Miyagi Prefecture, the Sendai area.
The government will do everything possible to minimize the damage. It will do its utmost. The government will put its strength together and work hard in tackling this disaster. We therefore ask the people of Japan to exercise a spirit of fraternity, help each other, and to act fast, and to help one's family and neighbors. We should all help each other to minimize the damage. We ask you to act in such a way that it will be possible to minimize the damage. This will be my greetings as the head of the Disaster Relief Headquarters. I offer my deepest sympathy to the people who have suffered the disaster. Regarding our nuclear power facilities, some of the nuclear power plants have stopped automatically, but so far, no radioactive material or radiation has been confirmed to have been leaked to the outside. There has been no information of those lines so far. And given this situation, an emergency disaster response headquarters has been set up with myself as the head.
All right, let's just bring you the latest footage now coming in from Japan, where that magnitude 8.9 quake struck the northeastern parts of the country, causing immense damage. Let's just stay with these fresh pictures coming in as we bring you the very latest. Only 8 people reported dead so far. It should be mentioned that Japan's preparedness in tackling tsunamis or earthquakes is perhaps the finest in the world. The Pacific Ring of Fire, as it's known, is an area where earthquakes are not uncommon, and structures which are built all across Japan are designed to sustain the impact of earthquakes to a very large extent. Rapid reaction from rescue services is also something which is always at a high state of alert in that country. Let's just listen in to what we are seeing.
Historically, the magnitude scale was different from what we have now, so a simple comparison is not possible. But magnitude 8.8 is one of the largest we have, or the largest we have experienced in Japan. And our seismic devices and measuring devices, since they have been in operation, 8.8 magnitude is the largest we have recorded.
The next document is about Tohoku region and historical earthquakes distribution. The scale again is not exactly the same, but 8.8 is the maximum or unprecedented scale, looking back the history. The next document is about tsunami observation. Unfortunately, the observatories, some observatories are not able to monitor the situation of tsunami. And those observatory with alert saying Ijo are not were disrupted, and the monitoring has been disrupted, so there's no record at this moment regarding tsunami. For instance, Soma, the tsunami has been 7 meters or even more, so the extensive or large scale of tsunami is attacking the coast, so please remain vigilant in those areas. The next is about aftershocks.